this is gonna be another stream of me working on the TweetTextarea component. I'm gonna be here probably for 2 hours. Again, I have a bit of a limited time today. Don't have all day really. Let me just check the stream quickly to make sure everything is working, and we will start very soon. Yeah, we are almost ready. Again, just making sure everything is working properly. Yeah, seems to be fine. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're just going to continue working on writing the tests. We've already finished basically the tests for let me just zoom in a little bit. So these are the tests that we finished. We basically finished writing almost all of them. We just have to write the tests for the URL ones. So these are the ones we have in here. We'll have to look at what happens when we paste as well. So we'll probably do that today. Okay. Okay, let me actually, we're going to go here into the tests and do index URL formatting test.ts, because with this one we're just going to start almost from scratch. So we'll import test and from playwright test, what else are we importing? I forgot actually. Let's see. Yeah, expect, and then we'll go to the hashtag one, copy this because we're going to use the same in here. And then test.describe. Let me look at what we had. So hashtags, so we'll just type URLs, and then async function. Actually, we don't need to have the page in here because this is going to be for the actual pages. So let's start by this describe no match for URL pattern, async function page, and then we're going to do this const editor equal page dot locator div editor. What is the problem? Oh, sorry, my mistake. Not going to do that here. It's going to be inside the test. So if the user types string that looks like a URL, but we'll change this onto this. It doesn't match the URL pattern, then it should not be formatted. Then we have an asynchronous function with page. Then const editor equal page dot locator, and then we have div. Just need to make sure everything looks good on the stream. Yeah. Yep, it does. So if you've been to one of the previous streams, what we found out is the way that Twitter looks for URLs basically is that it matches the string against what's called the internet top level domains, which things like .com, .net, .org, all of these are called top level domains. And if the string is formatted like a URL, so if it looks something like this, google.com, so this, in terms of like the way it's written, it could be a URL. The way it actually matches it to ensure it's an URL is it looks at these, basically at that top level domain, because .com is recognized as a top level domain. Then it actually accepts it and formats it as a URL. However, if you have something like hello.apple, I'm not sure if Apple is, I think Apple might be actually recognized as a top level domain. So let's actually test that and see and go. So what I found a text document online that actually includes all of the recognized top level domains, and as you can see, Apple is actually here. So let's see something else. Okay, looks like BC for something like, let's say something like this, BC for instance. BC is not recognized as top level domain. So let's hello.bc. As you can see, this is not formatted. However, if we have something like google.com, or as we had before, hello.apple, both of these are recognized as top level domains, so it gets formatted. So that's what we found out basically, and we have like a huge list. This is like this, if you can see, it includes all of these things. that are recognized as actual top level domains. So if any of these is included in a string that looks like a URL, then Twitter will actually consider a URL and just format it. And again, something that we've discovered is that it doesn't matter if that's a valid URL or not. So yeah, that's what we found out in the previous streams. So anything that doesn't include these top level domains is not going to be formatted as a URL, even if it looks like a URL. So as we said, like hello.test, write something and more, some more, and then page.html. None of that is going to be formatted, mainly because this part of the URL, the top level domain, is not a recognized top level domain, so it's not going to be used. So yeah, it's basically as simple as that. So if we go here, for instance, and do this, await editor.type, let's say hello.test, and const span page.locator, span.highlight, and const html equal await editor.inner html. Basically what I'm doing here, like, this is looking for the span element that is going to be used to format like the URLs or the hashtags or whatever. It's looking for it, and we expect that it's not going to be exist because our text doesn't match any of the patterns that we have. So it shouldn't exist basically. And we're also looking for the inner HTML of our dev, the dev that we're using as an editor. We're going to compare it to actually make sure that it's it looks as we actually expect it. So await expect span, actually sorry, we need to do this to be hidden, and then await expect HTML to be this. So we're going to have a paragraph, and then paste it here. If we run that, file now, then we'll find that this test will actually pass, which again we expect that this one should pass because we haven't actually started formatting our text. So even if this was a proper URL, it's still not going to be formatted. So this one should actually pass. Running one test. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah. Sorry about that, because we still haven't actually applied this. So if we do this, now this should pass, that's correct. But yeah, because we also expect specific, like the because we're checking the HTML and we haven't actually started formatting our text in the specific way that we expect it to be, basically to be used for, like, even if the text is not going to be highlighted, we still expect certain formatting, which basically the text will actually include paragraphs, even if the user doesn't actually press enter or anything. It's still like if the user types something, it will still be included in a paragraph. So that's what we expect. And because we're checking for the HTML, it doesn't match that expectation, and this is why it fails. So let me see if we can have something that clear or something like that. Delete. Nah, doesn't have anything. Okay, that's all right. So what next? Let's see what we have in here, because there are certain rules for how the URLs will work. As you can see in that first part of the URL, which is basically the bit up to the top level domain, there are only two non-word characters allowed. The first one is the dot character, which for some reason I'm not. A dot character, and the other one is the dash character. So basically the dash is allowed, so you can have something like this URL, for instance, a URL that includes words separated by dashes, and the dot is allowed, so you can actually have something like .com and www.com, or if you have like a subdomain or something like that. So that's why these two are allowed, but anything else doesn't seem to be allowed. So if we do something like this, hello world.dev, it's not allowed. And notice that, like, even if we have .com, like, yeah, it's still not allowed. .dev is allowed as a top level domain, of course, but like, yeah, it's still not formatted because we have a non-word character that shouldn't exist. So all of this is not treated as a URL. However, if we have this, it's treated as a URL and it ends up being formatted. Okay, so I think for this one we don't need to create anything, or what, actually, yeah, let's actually add a couple more tests here. So test if the user, or actually only dots and hyphens are allowed as non-word characters before the top level domain. So we'll do this async page and then copy that, and then await editor.type something like hello world.com, and then we'll just copy these because that's non-word characters other than dots and hyphens are not allowed. Yep. So again, let's actually start removing some of the things that actually, let's not remove this one because yeah, okay, we'll remove this bit because we have covered it. Oh, you know what, I'm not gonna remove it now. Actually, I'll wait. The other come after the top level domain. We're not gonna cover this now. For URL to be valid, it either has to come at the beginning, yeah, so it has to be, basically the URLs are formatted only if they are at the beginning of a line or if they are surrounded by basically non-word characters at the beginning and end. So if there's a space, actually, wait a second, because I think hello, yeah, because it has to be a space, so you have to be surrounded by a space. So yeah, they either have to come before the basically at the beginning of the line, or be surrounded by a space character. So if we do this by wait a second, by a space character at both ends, so something like this is not going to be formatted like this bit hello https.google basic colon / google.com. It's not going to be formatted because the https bit is actually preceded by the word hello with no spaces in between. So if we do that, the URL is not at the beginning of the line, or not surrounded by spaces at both ends, should not be formatted. And let me just scroll up a little bit so I don't have to. So again, we're just gonna copy this, but then change this to https hello https google.com. So again, this shouldn't be formatted. That's what we actually expect, so that's why we're just making sure that it's not formatted. To be valid, yeah, as we said, the URL doesn't need to be valid even if we include a URL for something that doesn't exist. So let's try to come up with something that not sure if something like this exists or not. Yeah, it does. Okay, so yeah, something like this. We get a server not found, so this URL is not valid as it doesn't point to anything. However, as you can see, once we add it, it actually gets formatted. Like it doesn't matter that it doesn't exist. When we use character, okay. So yeah, let's add this one. If the user erases characters from a highlighted URL, making it no longer matching the URL pattern, then the formatting should be removed. So if we do const editor equal page.locator div editor, and then we do await editor.type hello.com. Then we start erasing 1, 2, 3 characters. Then let's do this for let I equal 0, I less than 3, and I plus plus. I think I just need to move my keyboard a little bit. And let me just set up something quickly. Yeah, here we go. Await editor dot press backspace. So what we did now is just we typed hello.com and then we're pressing the backspace 3 times, so people can so the .com bit of the URL, like the com bit, like the dot will still be there. So that's what we're doing. We're just removing the last 3 characters. So page.locator span highlight, and then const html equal await editor.html, and then what we'll do next is expect span to be hidden, and then await expect HTML to be hello dot what else? Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, we'll leave this now. Okay. Okay, so let's now start actually string matches URL pattern. Then we'll do synchronous function, no parameters, and then do this test. The user types string that matches the URL pattern. Then it should be highlighted, and then again in the sync function page const editor. Let's just scroll that up a little bit. Page.locator div dash editor await editor.type hello.com. And const span equal page locator span dot highlight, and then const html equal await editor dot html, then await expect span to be visible, because we now expect this to be formatted, so we expect that the span element will actually exist. And then expect HTML to be what the hell am I doing? And then we'll add class equal highlight, and then it will be hello.com. Then test dots and hyphens are allowed in the top level domain part, so we expect something like this. So we'll just copy this bit because it's basically the same, and we'll only change and copy this y. Okay. Let's also add something here. What the hell? Test HTTP and HTTPS are allowed as part of the URL. So So basically what we're doing is just we're creating a lot of examples of URLs that we know that should be highlighted, and we want to make sure that our component basically will end up highlighting those. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Locator, again we'll get the editor and then await editor dot type http google.com and then https google.com, and both of these should be formatted. So we'll just copy these. Again, we expect that this will be highlighted, sorry, to be visible, and then we're going to do http google.com, and then we'll just copy this y to f. Then paste this one in here, and then just add an S, because now we have two valid URLs, so they should be both highlighted as separate URLs basically. So that's what we have here. www dot should be allowed as part of the URL. So again, we're just making sure that things that we expect will be part of the URL will actually end up being highlighted by our component. So we have this, and let's actually add www here and then do it again here. Not else, subdomains, so test subdomains should be allowed and highlighted as part of the URL, and then again copy that page. Oh damn it. So we'll get this and put this here. Scroll down a bit, and then we can do something like test.hello.com, and what else can we test for? What other tests that we need to add here? Yeah, test dot let me check something quickly, because Okay, so subdirectories should be allowed and highlighted as part of a URL. Again, we'll just copy this and then do something like this. Hello.com greetings, and hello.com. So yeah, as you can see, like these, we expect something like this to be highlighted. And to prove it, let's actually copy that and go here. As you can see, it ends up being highlighted as well. So we expect that to be highlighted in our component. What else? Test all word and non-word characters should be allowed in the sub directory part of the URL. So let's come up with something a bit crazy. So const editor equal page dot locator dev editor, remove this, and await editor dot type hello.com greeting and salutations. Dollar I just adding some random things. What else can we add in here? Maybe something like this. Test.html. I expect that all of this should be highlighted properly. Oh, okay, so not all of it. I think because we have okay. So seems like not all non-word characters are allowed. Some of them are not sure why. So if we do this, that is allowed, that is not. Okay, interesting. Okay. So if we add this here, that's fine. If we add these, all of that is fine. Even if we have a sequence of non-word characters, this is fine, this is not. Okay. Yeah, we need to figure out what exactly are the word characters that are allowed. So we can't and some non-word characters are allowed. So for this one, let's just make sure that we have this correctly. Yep, this should be highlighted, so it should be fine. We need to sorry, and then let's just copy this and go here So yeah, as we said, we expect that to be formatted. Let me check if there's what are the characters are not allowed in URL. Okay, let's test. I found something. I'm not sure if that is going to be correct or not. Rating. So okay. Interesting. So I'm assuming. Oh, okay. That is really weird. Okay, so the characters that are definitely... No, that is not correct because this is allowed. Huh. That's very strange. Because I assume that some of the, like, there's a document that basically includes the unsafe characters that if used in a URL will need to be encoded, and it looks like some of them are not allowed. So this, the double quote is one of them. This tick thing, the back tick, is not allowed, and as you can see it's not highlighted. The less than is not allowed and it's not highlighted. The greater than, this, yeah, that's correct. However, this, for instance, is an unsafe character, but it gets highlighted. The percent sign gets highlighted as long as it, of course, doesn't come at the end. Same as this. And okay, so the backslash is an unsafe character that is not allowed, and then this thing that is used for the power sign or something like that, again, is not allowed. Semicolon is not highlighted if it's at the end, but it gets highlighted if it's in the middle. Interesting. Okay. Not 100% sure now exactly which characters are. Let's see if this Stack Overflow. Okay, not gonna waste a lot of time on it right now. What we'll do is we'll create a lot of tests that cover a lot of different cases, and then when we're building the regular expression pattern for the URL, we'll have to work on actually identifying the characters that are allowed and the ones that are not allowed, which ones might be allowed as long as they don't come at the end of the string, things like that. So but just for now, what we're going to do is we're going to try and build an extensive testing case, basically test like an extensive set of tests that actually goes through that. So we need this is for this one, and I think this is, yeah. So let's create actually a test suite. Non-word characters in the subdirectory or to the URL. So because we're not like we're not 100% sure what exactly, up until now at least, what exactly is going to be allowed or not. Until we figure that out, for now at least, I'll write some tests that cover basically what, like an array of like cases, like different cases, and we'll tell it what to actually expect from these cases. So let's just do that for now. Test. So let's have something like this, hello.com, and then let's have greeting, and then this. So okay, if the URL ends with / then the forward / will be highlighted as part of the URL. So we'll do this async page, and then let's just copy. Let's copy this. Sorry. And then let's do this, and it will be highlighted normally. Okay. How about this? Okay. Test if the let's just type it. before. So let's copy this. And let's change this with this. And we'll have this here. Okay, let's maybe add another test case. Hello.com greetings testing, something like this, and we'll just include this. Oh, damn it. Testing. Yeah, that looks alright. Then let's maybe hello.com greetings, and then maybe have something like this. Okay, so yeah. So let's copy this. And then let's paste it here. Ends with, oh damn it, the only apply to everything before. So if we have this here, then this is not gonna be highlighted. Not at the end. Then then the okay character will be included in the highlighting. So greetings, hello. So this would actually be highlighted. Let's just make sure. Yep. What else? So let's see. Okay, so let's repeat this. Okay, let's copy these two. This, why is it? Oh, sorry. Replace it with this. So if we have something like this, then actually, you know what? Let's just do this. Okay, replace this with this globally. So yeah, that works. It includes everything, and as we expect, it should be highlighted. So if we test, yeah, that works. Okay, what about the at character? Again, same thing. So y16, no, sorry, y30j, 30j. Interesting. Yep. Then v30j, and then let's just replace this with this globally. So yeah, that works. And yep, but if it comes at the end, it's not highlighted, so that's correct. That's what we expected. Let's see. Okay, so the hash character should be treated like this. Okay, no, not this. Yeah, this. And here's what we're going to do. Replace this with the hash character again globally. Oh, sorry, undo that because that's not what we wanted to do. Yeah, so yeah, that's what we expected. So of course it will be highlighted as well if it has other characters that come afterwards. Let's see what happens with the dollar sign. Okay, it's similar to these 30k. Okay, y30j, and then the 30j. Just replace the at with the dollar sign. Let's just be safe and do this. Ah, damn it. Okay, so we changed this to dollar sign. So yeah, as we expect. Yep. Okay, again, this one seems to work the same way. Okay. Replace this. Okay. Yeah, seems to be correct. Okay, yep, this is not accepted at all. So this should be dealt with like the back tick, I think. Not where. Yeah. Y16J. Okay, so we expect that none of this will be highlighted. Yeah, that's correct. So the highlight will only apply to, yeah, up to the here, and it's same here, correct. Okay, so let's see, and again, and there's like this. So let's replace this with the and character and do this. Okay. So that works properly as we expect it to. And then, yeah. So let's see, again the star, same thing. Oh, so yep, correct, we expect that to be, yep, exactly. Then this is not allowed at all, same for this. So I'm gonna go up a little bit, and actually let's just search for this. Okay, here we go. So it shouldn't include this at all. Y16J, and then we replace this with this globally. Oh, damn it. Undo. Y16J. Let's skip this one and replace this one like that. And then yep, that doesn't work correctly. Okay, so let's just make sure that we have everything as we expect it. Yes, that's correct. Same here. Oh man, this is way too many testing cases just because I'm not 100% sure how this works. So this works like includes not this. Yeah, this. Undo. No, no. That's not correct. Replace this and with the character and okay, and we need to update this as well. And let me just zoom out a little bit so I can just make sure everything is correct here. Yes, that's correct. That's correct as well. That's correct, but then this needs to be updated. I'm highlighting only to everything before this. Okay, so what else we might test? Okay, interesting. Yeah, this is very strange. The behavior basically is a bit strange, so let's zoom in again, and then here's what we're going to do. We'll replace this with this globally, and then wait a second, because I think there's a mistake. Yep. Okay. Replace this. And then 30. Okay. So if we now copy this, this works properly, correct. That's what we expect. And then we will do this. Yep, works exactly as we expect. Okay. Okay, I'll just zoom out a little bit because I need to move a little bit quicker with this. This is taking way too long, and basically all we're doing is we're going over and doing the same thing just over and over again. So here I'll do this G and then 9K. What? Okay. So for now, let's do this and then this and this. Okay. Wow. Okay. Replace this with this. Oh, dang it. Undo. Yep. Okay. We just replace this. Oops. Okay. Okay. then replace this with this. Okay, so let's just make sure that yep, that's what we expect. And you know what, we can do this. Undo. Yeah. Nope, that's not going to work. So let's do this. Okay, yeah, same with this one. So let's just y16j, and we will replace this like that. Okay, I think we probably need to skip it, just in case. Yeah, looks like that's correct. Oh, sorry. Wait, just do this. This is a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. Oh, damn it. Okay, so this. Okay. Let's just go here. Y16j, 32j. And 16j is replace. Nah, we can't do this. Let's just go up here and not this one as well. just need something. Yeah, this one should work. Is 16K. Replace this with this globally. And let's just test this. Yep, that's what we expect. Undo. Y60K. And going to replace this with this. And yeah, let's just test it. Yeah, that works. So what else? That's appropriate. Oh, sorry, I said that this is not going to be allowed. Yeah, that should be fine. We now have this, which should be similar to this. Y30J, 30J. Okay, that's fine. And then we will replace this with this globally. Oh, damn it. Okay, 9K. Okay, yep, that's correct. And then this. What is happening? Undo. Yep. Yeah, makes sense. Let's copy this one instead. Yep. Okay. And then I think what we have left is this. Okay. Okay. Then we're going to go up here. Copy this one. With B. Okay, I think we have covered most of them, at least the common non-word characters. Again, this is not really the best way to actually go about this, but just for now we will leave it as it is. It will test all the possible scenarios that we have, and then if I find out a different way to actually do this testing, then I'll do it. So we'll leave basically this bit at the end here, and we're going to add on some other test suites on top of it, just to test basically other behaviors that we expect should be that we would expect from our editor. I'll just take a bit of a break because yeah, this has been a major hassle, to be honest, and yeah, I'm a bit exhausted. Yeah, I'll be like 5 minutes and I'll come back. See you in a bit. Okay, I am back. Let's keep going, adding the tests we need. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, so let's check. We have implemented these. Technically this is not entirely correct, because as we've seen, we can have something like this, for instance, or this. This is not a space, and no. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out when we're actually building the regular expression pattern. I'll have to research it, just because I'm not 100% sure exactly how this is working. But yeah, let's just say that we've implemented this. Doesn't need to be valid, it would be highlighted if it matches. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we haven't implemented this one. Okay, so test if the user erases characters from a string that is not highlighted as URL, making it match the URL pattern, then it will be highlighted. So just do dev editor, then await editor dot type, and this just do hello space .com. Then we need to 1 2 3 4, we need to go for let I equal 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, await editor dot press, arrow left, then await editor dot press, backspace, then const span equal page dot locator span dot highlight, and const html equal await editor dot inner html, and await expect span to be visible, then await expect html to be hello.com. That should be highlighted as we expect. And okay, let's start this. Describe URL relationship to other entities. Okay, that's fine. test dot describe in relationship to other URLs. Async, and then we're going to leave this one empty for now. Test.describe URL relationship to other two user mentions, sync, and test if a user mention comes immediately after the top level domain, then the highlighting will be removed. Then neither the URL nor the user mention will be highlighted. Sync page, and then we will do the following: const editor page.locator dev editor, and then await editor.type hello.com at amsite. So if we type this at amsite, okay, const span equal page.locator span.highlight, and then const html equal await editor, and we expect span to be hidden, and then await expect html to be hello.com at amsite 1989. Then I think the same is true in the case of hashtags. Hello.com. Actually, nope, it's not true. Okay. Okay. Test.describe URL relationship to hashtags, and then an asynchronous function. Test. No, this. If a hashtag comes immediately after the top level domain of the URL, then the URL will be highlighted, but the hashtag will not. Synchronous function with the page, and then just copy these and let's just type this to be visible. Yeah, that's correct. And then we'll add a span class equal highlight. And replace this, and then C9. Okay. Then cache tag seems to work the same way. So we'll just copy this 16J. C. Okay, so yeah, that's what we expected. And with the use of mentions, there's a bit of a specific case. No, J, because if we have something like this, then this is not gonna work. However, if we have something like this, then as you can see, because this can work as a top level domain on its own, it ends up being highlighted. So yeah, but there is another part of the URL that can work as top level domain, then that part will be highlighted. So if we have something like this .co.uk, then this bit will be highlighted. And the rest is not going to be highlighted. So I'll have to stop here today. getting a bit exhausted, to be honest, and it has been a bit of a long day. I think we've covered a lot of cases, and yeah, we'll get back to that. I think tomorrow we should be able to stream again, and then yeah, we can finish basically the testing for the URL, and hopefully start working on the actual component. Probably we'll be building the regular expression patterns tomorrow, I hope. But yeah, I'll basically share tomorrow what time I'll be streaming, and yeah, see you tomorrow. Have a good night.